Mid-South Peace and Justice Center here with another edition of Blightwatch. Here we are at 1456 Decatur. Here we are with a lovely little piece of vacant property owned by, interesting story with this one. This is another one of those properties that, according to the county, is owned by a woman named Sebring, though in fact it no longer belongs to Miss Sebring. It hasn't for the past 3 years. It belonged to Washington Mutual Bank, who later became part of J.P. Morgan Chase. And this property, as you can see, wide open vacant yard and grass. It has been completely unkept for years. Source of rats and a lot of source of neighborhood complaints here in the New Chicago area, and owes an amount of back taxes, not counting code fines or fees, over $8,611.54 that J.P. Morgan Chase owes the citizens of Memphis and Shelby County, on top of the fact that they've left this blighted property to rot, hurting the people in this neighborhood. And they should be held accountable for this, and we would love to see some leadership from our government on this part. But it's also going to have to start with our community and neighborhood associations. We're going to be talking to the local CDC, the local churches, and people in the neighborhood, because people shouldn't have to live next to this. Now J.P. Morgan Chase isn't done with hurting the neighborhood, because here they also own this property right next door. This is 1462 Decatur. Pretty much same story, as it's right next door. A nice little subdivision over here for crime and rats, and generally an eyesore on the entire community. This property, J.P. Morgan Chase owes you, the taxpayers, $2,049.78 in unpaid taxes. That's of course on top of, I'm sure, the massive code fines, liens, and health code violations here. So what we want to know is, how is J.P. Morgan Chase going to get a bailout from the federal government that you're paying for? Then on top of it, when the grass finally gets cut out of here, and when this building is finally demoed, odds are it's going to be the city or county who does that, and you're going to pay for that too. And then and then they're the ones who kicked the people out who lived here in the first place. And of course we as a society pay for that. So I think J.P. Morgan Chase, you have a lot to answer for. Well over $1,000, well over $10,000 actually, that you owe the citizens of Memphis and Shelby County, and a lot more than that to the people of New Chicago.